not only in the dispensation of justice, but also reinforcing the role of the judiciary as a true guardian of the rule of law and constitutionalism. This is a milestone that we must celebrate and build upon. All those reforms that we have undertaken, we need to celebrate them and keep on handing on to them. One of our primary responsibilities is to remain responsive to the needs of those we serve. Judges, judicial officers, registrars, distinguished participants, good morning. Thank you very much, Deputy Speaker, for gracing this occasion on behalf of the Speaker of Parliament. Personally, I was looking forward to meeting the Rende Speaker. As you know, sitting here in the front is usually very lonely, so I was looking for a sister, but I welcome you, our brother, and thank you for graciously agreeing to come and close this forum for us. First of all, allow me to express on behalf of all the participants, on behalf of the members of the forum, our heartfelt gratitude to the Uganda Judiciary, the organizing committee of this conference led by my Lord Judge of the Supreme Court and your team, including our team from SACHEF, and especially to the Chief Justice, Mr. Justice Alphonse Owino-Ndoro, for hosting this successful conference. Your hospitality and warm welcome extended by the people of Uganda have made our stay here truly memorable. The graciousness of the Ugandan government and the kind reception we received, starting with His Excellency the President and all the Ugandans we came across from the time we arrived and set our foot on this soil of Uganda, have not gone unnoticed. And we are deeply appreciative of your efforts to ensure that our experience was absolutely enjoyable and enriching. Let us appreciate the organizers of this conference. Now, we've been here for 2 days, and as we gather here the last afternoon of our conference to conclude the 2024 Southern and Eastern Africa Chief Justices Forum, I am happy that we leave this conference inspired by the wealth of ideas and experiences shared over the last 2 days. This conference has offered us an invaluable opportunity to connect with each other. There is nothing that can work better than physical connection between us, people who deal with the similar problems. We have also shared insights and how we can support one another in our collective mission of enhancing access to justice and of transforming our societies. One thing that has come out very clearly is that we will never succeed alone. It doesn't matter how good we are, we must always hold each other's hand as Africans. Our discussions have been rich and enlightening, thereby laying the groundwork for continued collaboration and progress in enhancing access to justice across our jurisdictions. We have explored our vital roles as guardians of justice, the pressing need for judicial reforms, and the fundamental importance of independence within our judicial systems. Reflecting on our conversations, it is evident, Honorable Deputy Speaker, that good governance and the rule of law rest on the foundation of independent, efficient, and effective judicial systems. This is the bedrock of good governance. For our societies to experience meaningful transformation, we must empower our judiciaries as the custodians of justice. This requires undertaking necessary reforms to enhance our effectiveness, efficiency, and independence. We must continue to ask ourselves how best we can serve our people so that we can be responsive to their expectations. The resolutions have come out very, very clearly that we must continue on this trajectory of reforms, embracing technology also as an enabler to access to justice. We have witnessed a collective acknowledgement that African judiciaries are not mere peripheral players in government or in governance. The reforms implemented across various jurisdictions, as we have shared from this great meeting, it has been demonstrated that those reforms have enabled the judiciaries to emerge as active participants, not only in the dispensation of justice, but also reinforcing the role of the judiciary as a true guardian of the rule of law and constitutionalism. This is a milestone that we must celebrate and build upon. All those reforms that we have undertaken, we need to celebrate them and keep on handing on to them. One of our primary responsibilities is to remain responsive to the needs of those we serve. The introduction of specialized courts is a significant step toward fulfilling this obligation. This morning, we heard from esteemed judges who shared their enlightening experiences, showcasing how specialized courts are enhancing access to justice in their jurisdictions. We continue to urge all of us to intensify our efforts to enhance access to justice for all, particularly for the vulnerable and marginalized groups, including women and children. We had a great testimony from Mozambique of how they have established, and I think even South Sudan, how they have established specialized children's courts, because these are vulnerable. We need to take care of them, and we need to reform them and rehabilitate them in a way that they can be able to realize their full potential. Bringing them in the formal justice system only helps to destroy them. Furthermore, we must embrace the potential of technology in our judicial processes. We must lead the way in championing initiatives such as e-filing and virtual court proceedings that have potential to significantly improve the administration of justice. By leveraging on technology, we can enhance coordination and expedite our services, making justice more accessible to all and reducing the distances that people travel and the attendant expense. It is also crucial to acknowledge that courts are not the only avenues for resolving disputes. And for this, I want to thank the Chief Justice of Uganda, for introducing to the African judiciaries the alternative ADR, Alternative Dispute Resolution training through the Pepperdine University, where a good number of our Chief Justices signed in, and we are exploring all the facets of ADR, court annex mediation, alternative justice system, which we are doing in Kenya, and the opposite of mediation in criminal law, which is pre-bargaining. Thank you very much, Chief Justice, for doing that for African judiciaries. So we must continue to advocate for and promote NDR mechanisms, as I said, mediation, arbitration, and conciliation, while also empowering local communities to explore alternative justice system. Once you embrace these facets of NDR, that is when you realize that we as Africans have to figure out our own justice system, our own model of delivering justice to our people, as opposed to what we received from our colonial masters. The independence of our judiciaries is paramount for the effective administration of justice. As we have discussed in these 2 days, the processes surrounding the selection and appointment of judges play a vital role in safeguarding this independence. The reforms we have undertaken in these areas are crucial for promoting judicial independence and consequently access to justice. As we move forward, we must remain vigilant in protecting the progress we have made towards ensuring judicial independence. It is vital to address any challenges that threaten the security of judges and judicial officers and advocate for the necessary financial resources to sustain our institutions. In conclusion, Honorable Deputy Speaker and colleagues, the conversations and reflections we have shared during this conference demonstrate that the landscape of justice in Africa is evolving very, very fast, and we are the drivers of this evolution. We must appreciate ourselves. We are experiencing a renewed focus on improving access to justice and service delivery for our citizens. To my fellow Chief Justices, it is heartening to unite as leaders of judiciaries from diverse nations, bound by a shared vision for justice, the rule of law, constitutionalism, and sustainable development in our respective countries. This forum reflects our collective commitment to enhancing the administration of justice in our region. Lastly, I extend my appreciation to all the panelists and attendees for your contributions, which have enriched this conference. Thank you for being part of this dialogue. In the spirit of unity, cooperation, and fraternity that this gathering embodies, let us continue to collaborate, to learn from each other, and work together towards a just and prosperous Africa, also Southern and Eastern Africa. I thank you all, and may God bless you. Asante sana.